I recently found out that you can see a personal dietitian covered by insurance. There's this platform called Nourish that will match you with a dietitian based on whatever your concerns are, whether that's weight loss, eating disorders, autoimmune conditions, or something else. They're actually a network with major insurance providers, so most patients pay $0 out of pocket. 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Find your dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With nonstop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation by offering comfortable and spacious cabins. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
All right, places, please. The Daly Migs Show is on deck. Guitars plugged in. Drums ready to go. Chickens. Other animals. And action. This is the Daly Migs Show on The Rock with Taryn Daly and Steve Migs.
While listening to the Daly Migs Show, please refrain from any unnecessary finger gesturing.
99.9 KISW.
Good morning, Rockaholics. Happy Monday. Hope everybody had a wonderful weekend, and shout out to anybody else who hurt themselves sleeping overnight.
You hurt yourself sleeping?
Yes, I woke up almost like twisted. You know, like a pretzel twist?
Yeah.
Like that was how my body was. Like my lower body was not in the right position, basically.
What is Brad doing to you at night?
I don't know, but I had to like untwist myself, and it was super painful, and my entire midsection does not feel good this morning.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I might need to have Danny crack my back or something. I don't know.
I mean, he can do it to you right now.
He's a really good back cracker.
Well, make it happen.
Danny, you want to come over here and crack my back?
Yeah. Do it. I want to see if it makes a sound. So I guess mic your back. Get close. Yeah, you got to get close to the eye. This is quality radio that we do on Monday mornings. Okay.
Yeah. No, like this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now give it a good yank for audio purposes.
Here we go. Ready? 1, 2.
Oh!
Okay, I did hear a crack.
That felt amazing.
Look at you.
Holy cow. Improvements, and it's only 6:02.
You can catch that on our OnlyFans page.
Now it is time to inform the Rockaholics.
Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes, and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download.
AKA the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
The DMD is brought to you by Palace Law and Danny's back cracking business. So
Yeah.
reach out to Danny if you ever want your back.
good.
You feeling better?
Yes, I feel amazing.
Well, hey, happy Twin Peaks Day. Anyone on the show ever watch Twin Peaks?
I mean, I watched a couple episodes in my youth, but I never got into that.
I've been to the restaurant.
Okay, you know what? Today, let's celebrate Twin Peaks Day by going to Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
I mean, it had a local tie-in because it's like a town that's not really from here. It's like a fictional town. I don't know much about the show other than the fact that today, on February 24th, that marked the moment when Twin Peaks kind of started on the show, where the FBI agent Dale Cooper arrived in Twin Peaks to investigate Laura Palmer's murder. So
Yes.
It's a big day for Twin Peaks fans. Of course, that's the iconic show, a cult classic show created by David Lynch. And some Washington towns, I guess, are officially recognizing the day.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so go knock yourself out.
Go
with
kick
that.
it in North
Yeah.
Bend and Snoqualmie and all the other shot locations.
All right, so let's head on over to Olympia, Washington, where this guy might be the dumbest criminal, but I have to give him credit. He's the most consistent criminal I think you'll ever hear about. This dude got arrested for a DUI on 2 consecutive nights.
Wow.
After crashing at the same intersection at exactly 9:47 p.m. both times. The first night, he blew a .31 BAC. The next night, which is 4 times the legal limit, if you didn't know. God. The next night, he registered a .30 BAC. So, I mean, consistency is at least something that he does. But, yeah, he's in a little bit of trouble. And how about this? Both times he was arrested by the same 2 officers.
Oh, my gosh.
Even
like deja vu.
Even the sheriff said that this is probably a first in modern policing history. So,
oh my goodness. A 3.5 magnitude earthquake shook the Maple Valley Rockaholics on early Saturday morning. This was about 3:45, 13 miles east of Tacoma and 13 miles deep underground. Steve Migs, did you feel it in Puyallup?
I know my wife felt it.
She did.
But I didn't feel it. Like, I woke up and she's like, did you feel the earthquake? I'm like, no. She's like, our house actually rattled. Like, I don't know how bad it was, but she said it was enough for her to notice it.
Yeah, my sister and her daughter woke up, but my nephew and my brother-in-law slept through it.
Yeah,
so.
I was just like, you really think that's going to wake me up? Like,
you're going to have to do better, Earth.
We have children banging on our door, entering our room. We have dogs barking. Nothing wakes me up. You think that earthquake's going to wake me up? That's very cute of you to think that. The Tampa Bay Lightning ended up beating the Kraken. Man, what a weekend of emotional ups and downs. You know, the Kraken are back at it. They play the Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers, beat them, so that makes us the Stanley Cup champions, right?
Of course.
That's how it works now. So I'm like, oh man, Kraken are looking pretty good. And then they played yesterday against the very red hot Tampa Bay Lightning and ended up losing. But the cool thing was we got to see rookie goalie Alas Stetska, who is the backup to Joey Decord. He didn't look all that bad. I know it says 4-1, but one of those was an empty netter, so it was technically 3-1. So I was in my quest to learn more about this Stetska guy, including trying to learn how to pronounce his name properly, which I have failed miserably already this morning. But I found this very funny clip of him. It's back in like 8 years ago when he played in the USHL for the Chicago Steel. And they would do these like, lifestyle videos where players are talking about their teammates. So Stetska was one of the guys that they were talking about. And one of his teammates was trying to make everybody think, or at least he thought, that this dude was a metalhead. So here is one of his teammates talking about our rookie goalie.
Stez's favorite musical artist would be Metallica because he's a headbanger.
My favorite musical artist, Taylor Swift, because she's so hot.
I'm a big fan of this guy.
That's awesome.
That was from 8 years ago.
Taylor Swift, because she's so hot.
That's adorable.
Right. Hey, as far as weather, we're going to be hitting a high of 49 degrees. It's going to rain today. The DMV is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino.
Taylor Swift, because she's so hot.
And that's what's up.
Migs, this past Friday, for the very first time ever in your radio career, you paid money.
I did.
To get a guest on this show.
Yes, I did. And that guest was the man who was swallowed by a whale. Adrian, the
kayaker.
Yes, he was a kayaker. His video went viral, and we tried to get him on the show. And all these years, I was like, I'm not paying to have a guest on. If they don't want to come on our show, that's fine, but we're not dropping any coin. But this guy's like, look, I want to be compensated if I'm going to do these interviews. And at first I was like, what are we doing? And then I was like, I really want to talk to this guy. So we ended up spending the money, or I, out of my own pocket, sent him money via PayPal.
I can totally Venmo you.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. But we did get a couple of texts wondering how much you paid.
Oh.
And if you think it was worth the coin. So will you reveal that to us?
Taylor Swift, because she's so hot.
Absolutely.
We'll get all the details at 6:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Slow drain being a pain? Call Pinky. That pipe's being a little leaky? Call Pinky. When the toilet won't flush and you're in a rush? Call Pinky. When your shower lost all its spray power? Call Pinky. When your sink's on the blink? Call Pinky. Pinky's Plumbing promises to lick all your plumbing problems quick. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Plumbing backs up and things get stinky. Call Pinky's.
What is Dax, are you?
Tracking all our cars on Carvana Value Tracker on all our devices? Yes, Kristen, yes, I am.
Well, I've been looking for my phone for...
In Dax's domain, we see all. So we always know what our cars are worth.
All of them?
All of them. Value surge, trucks up 3.9%.
That's a great offer.
I know. Sell?
Sell.
Track your car's value with Carvana Value Tracker today.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Back on Friday, we got to chat with Adrian, the kayaker that was out there on the water with his dad when he got swooped up by a whale into the whale's mouth and then eventually spit back out, thankfully.
We watched that video over and over and over on Friday afternoon because Tatum didn't see it before, my daughter. And once she saw it, she was blown away. She thought it was the funniest thing because he was okay.
Oh, for sure. This is part of the chat where he was talking about that moment he knew he was in the mouth of a whale.
I felt like a wave when you're at the beach swimming and a wave hits you and takes you underwater and you spin. That's when I knew that I was inside the mouth of something. And so it was 1 second of that feeling like I was going to die. Well, I thought about a lot of things, you know. You can have some illogical thought. I thought that if I was able to survive, it would be because Pinocchio was right, and you can. When I got home, I messaged a friend and told him, "Hey, a whale ate me," and he was like, "That's obviously not true."
I got video of it, buddy.
And then obviously we were curious, like, you know, having trauma on the other side of that, is he making any plans to get back out on the water?
Well, everyone asks me that question. You know, I always loved to be around nature. I don't remember this experience with any fear. Just it's like a strange feeling about transcendence and the message that the life gave me through this experience. I want to keep on traveling, getting to know more places, get to know more animals, more people.
Well, I hope that when you meet future animals that you don't try and get eaten by them, though. I mean,
stay out of their mouths.
Valuable life lesson: stay out of animals' mouths.
For sure. Yeah. So grateful for that.
I do love that he did connect it to Pinocchio, and I was not expecting that. He was such a cool guy.
He was awesome. Yeah. And Migs, I know you've been doing radio nearly 30 years.
Forever. For my entire life.
This was the first time in your radio career that you ponied up some cash for the interview.
Because this isn't the first time I've ever been asked for money. Like, this happens, I'm sure Danny can attest to this as well, in times like, or, you know, you hit up certain people. Typically, it's like the people who are going trending, going viral, because they're trying to make an extra couple dollars, and I get it. More often than not, though, I'm like, not worth it. But he came back to us when we reached out to him. So Sarah got a hold of him and he's like, hey, I'll do it, but I'm hoping I could be financially compensated for my time. And my first knee-jerk reaction was, tell him to go kiss a whale. Stupid. But then I was like, well, how much does he want? And all he wanted was $60.
So did you pay him $60?
No, of course we had to go back and offer him less, because that's just how it is.
So what was your lowball offer?
So I said, go back to him. Honestly, I would have paid the $60. We said, no, $60 is my firm number. But we're like, hey, ask him if he'll do it for $40. I don't know why in my head, but I thought 40 is a little less ridiculous than dropping $60. So Sarah gets back to him. He's like, yeah, I'll do it for $40. So sent them the PayPal, and that's why my daughter watched the video on Friday, because when I got home, my wife's like, she keeps an eye on our finances because she knows I don't. I'm terrible with my money, this being one of those examples. So she was just like, what did you spend $40 through PayPal on? It's not like she's like mad or anything like that, but just curious. And I was like, well, I spent money on a guest. And she's like, what? And then I told her the whole story, and she's like, oh, I've seen that guy. And to me, worth every penny.
So you do it again in the right circumstance?
Absolutely.
After negotiations?
Well, when I first thought about it, I'm like, I really do want to hear his story. Like, you know, I mean, we saw a couple clips like on some news agencies, but like, we have dumb questions we want to ask. And they're not asking the stupid questions. They're asking the serious questions. So I was like, you know what? $40 well spent.
Pay that man.
Absolutely.
So we know that Migs is not the only one that's ever made a dumb purchase. 206-803-ROCK. When did you purchase something that was a little beyond ridiculous, but you have no regrets whatsoever? Call in now, 206-803-ROCK, and we'll take your calls after Lincoln Park.
The Daily Migs Show.
When did you purchase something beyond ridiculous, but you have absolutely no regrets about that purchase?
Zero regrets.
206-803-ROCK. Andrew from Kent, how much did you spend on black lights?
Over $800.
What? What were you using these black lights for?
To light up an entire gymnasium. It was awesome. They were fantastic. It worked out so good.
How many times have you used them since the original time you put them to use?
So far, 3 times. And then I bought more.
See, I think I would just have them set up in if I had a basement, in the basement, so it's like the black light room or in some random room in the house, and then use them whenever you need to use them for your actual job.
Right. Absolutely.
Get your money's worth.
Totally.
Turn your own a guest bedroom into a strip club. Yeah. Amazing.
I mean, I feel like I need some house black lights. That's a great idea.
Everybody looks better under a black light.
That's true. 206-803-ROCK. When did you purchase something beyond ridiculous, but you have no regrets? Trucker Rob, tell us about the chair you bought.
Good morning, beautiful.
Good morning.
What's up, Trucker Rob?
Hey, as always.
Thank you. I was a little worried you weren't going to give it to us.
Oh, no, I'll give it to you. No, I did this about 10 years ago. I'm an avid hunter, and I got a pretty good-sized black bear, about 300 pounds, give or take, and I had an old chair that I used to use a lot, so I kind of got a wild hair up my butt, and I talked to a buddy of mine who's a taxidermist. I said, hey, how much to skin that out and wrap that chair with that bear hide and have the head come right up over the top of the chair to where I can actually use, or it's like me looking at you, or you can use it for a headrest? He goes, 500. And I said, how about for 400? He goes, deal. So I had him do it, and it was badass. I mean, I got everybody going, dude, that's a badass chair. Where did you get that? But, I don't regret it. Some people thought I was stupid, but I'm like, hey, my bear, my money.
Dude, Trucker Rob, and I'm sure my wife would totally disagree with me. I think that is the greatest money spent ever on anything. I think that is fantastic. How comfortable is the chair? Does that fur feel good when you sit on it?
Oh, yeah. I mean, because we put extra pads there, where you sit down, one against your back. So, I mean, you sit there in the summertime with no shirt on. It's just like, oh, God, you just kind of sink into that chair and go, okay, I'm going to go to sleep for a couple hours and just check the hell out. Yeah, it was very comfy, but, I had that for about 8 years, and then unfortunately I had a house fire, and that was one thing that didn't make it out of the house fire.
Oh, man.
So now it's Smokey the Bear's chair.
206-803-ROCK.
I would want to mess with my friends with that. Have it so that, it doesn't look like a bear's head is attached to it, and then you're just hanging out.
Oh, yeah.
Just a couple of drinks, maybe people are smoking some stuff. Be like, now it's time. Hit a button, and the bear's head just pops up over the chair.
206-803-ROCK. When did you purchase something beyond ridiculous and you have no regrets?
One of the text messages we got also has to do with furniture. $50 on a super nice couch that my buddy was getting rid of. Ended up being too big to even fit through my apartment door. Yep, I'm the idiot that didn't measure it. Ended up giving it to another friend for free if he could pick it up right away, which he did.
Oh, that's brutal.
Like this one, I bought my cat an exercise wheel. She never used it.
They make them for cats?
I don't know. I'm not a cat owner.
That's wild.
Is that a thing?
I mean, I've only ever seen one that's like hamster size. That's crazy.
Also, I would think a cat of all animals is not going to... Can you train a cat to use an exercise wheel?
I don't know.
Speaking of exercise, a gym membership. Went for a week last year. Haven't been back. I keep saying I'll start again next week. Start again today.
Yeah, today's the day.
Stop waiting till next week.
I'm going to turn this life around.
Oh, this one's a dagger, though. This person says I co-signed for a $15,000 motorcycle with a guy who I met about a month before. He ended up destroying that motorcycle 20 minutes after riding it. Never paid a dime on the loan. I had to file bankruptcy when I was 21. Let's just say I was a really, really stupid person back then.
Oh, my gosh. That is horrible.
You're just a hopeless romantic.
So what was the most ridiculous, outside of the interview you paid for, what's the most ridiculous purchase you've ever made that you have no regrets about?
Everything. Everything I make is stupid. From goalie pads to different random drum things. I'm always buying stupid stuff. That's the one thing I feel like I've definitely picked up from my dad. My dad will see something on TV and he wants to just buy it. And
I love that.
The difference between him and I was he would actually buy it because I would show up to their house and he'd have just boxes of the as seen on TV products. And I'm like, what are we doing? I would think to buy it, but then, my wife would be like, you're not buying that vacuum cleaner. And I'm like, why not? It could clean the car. It could do this. But what about you?
I mean, the most ridiculous one was when I bought our Sleep Number bed when I was a little bit intoxicated in the middle of the night and just started chatting with the chat bot. Like, you up? Yeah. I'm thinking about buying this bed. $6,000 later or whatever it was. I was like, what have I done? That said, no regrets because it's the most comfortable night's sleep I've ever had.
Well, also, you've purchased a hot tub when you were drunk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I should not be allowed to drink and Amazon or online shop at all.
I know Instagram now has a feature where it's like late at night, you send the messages like, hey, are you sure you want to send this message so late at night? Like, I think it's to try and like help people not make dumb decisions when they've been under the influence.
Oh.
Maybe your cell phone just in general should be asking you that question.
I feel like my shopping apps should have like a breathalyzer on it for me.
Yeah. Blow into this before you make this purchase.
Rockaholics, how would you like to beat Steve? He currently has a record of 50 wins, 27 losses, and 15 ties in 2025. 206-803-ROCK is the number, and we will play Beat Migs at 6:50.
The Daily Migs Show. Daily Migs Show.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/confluence. That's ATLASSIAN.com/CONFLUENCE.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL Limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
I've been working with a Nourish dietitian for the last 6 months, and it's been life-changing. I've lost weight, healed my relationship with food, and have way more energy. Working with a dietitian online to create a personalized nutrition plan was so easy thanks to Nourish. The best part? I pay $0 out of pocket because Nourish accepts hundreds of insurance plans. 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Find your dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several European cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation and make it even more memorable by offering comfortable and spacious cabins where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a
loser. Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Jeff from Kent is. Jeff, are you there?
I'm here.
I'm Sarah, your host, and it's time for you to get out of here, Steve.
Bye-bye.
Hey, can I give a shout-out?
Of course.
Shout-out to the real ones, Jared, Jacob, Karen, and Chad. This one's for you guys.
Yeah, the real ones.
Let's go.
For life.
You better win, Jeff, now.
For the real ones.
All right, for those playing at home, Jeff has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you'll only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes.
What is the square root of 64?
8.
Correct. What band had the albums Houses of the Holy and Physical Gravity?
Pass.
Jess Day is the main character from what sitcom?
Who?
Jess Day is the main character from what sitcom?
Pass.
A cackle is a collective noun for a group of what?
A castle what?
A cackle is a collective noun for a group of what?
Buildings, towers?
No.
Pass.
What author wrote The Stand and The Shining?
Stephen King?
Correct. What U.S. state is directly above Pennsylvania?
Ohio?
No.
Kentucky?
No.
Pass.
What do you call a Shirley Temple with alcohol?
Pass.
What planet is farthest from the sun?
Jupiter, Mars?
No.
Venus?
No. Jacob Black and Edward Cullen are characters from what film series?
Twilight.
Yes.
Ooh, that's how you finish.
Okay, Jeff, I think I said a question wrong.
You did.
I did. So I'm going to say it again, and we'll see if you got it, okay? What band had the albums Houses of the Holy and Physical Graffiti?
Rehab.
No. Okay, I kind of had a feeling you weren't going to get it anyway. But
Wow, Sarah.
Clearly I was right. So, but I thought I would give it another shot. Steve, you shouldn't really feel much pressure, but you never know. You could have had a long weekend. You could be still, I don't know. Steve, are you ready?
Yes.
I want to give a shout out to all the fake ones. My friends Taryn, Danny,
Don't even.
Sarah.
Oh, that hurts.
Yes. With a Z, though.
Oh, okay. What is the square root of 64?
8?
Correct. What band had the albums Houses of the Holy and Physical Graffiti?
Led Zeppelin.
Yes. Jess Day is the main character from what sitcom?
What? Chess Day?
Jess Day.
Sitcom from what? What?
Jess Day is the main character from what sitcom?
No idea. Pass.
Wow. A cackle is a collective.
Chess Day.
Is a collective noun for a group of what?
What?
A cackle is a collective noun for a group of what?
Geese?
No.
Roosters?
No.
A cackle of gaggles?
No. What author wrote The Stand and The Shining?
Stephen King.
There we go.
Back on it.
What U.S. state is directly above Pennsylvania?
New Hampshire.
No.
Delaware.
No.
South Carolina.
Wow. No. What do you call a Shirley Temple with alcohol?
A dirty Shirley.
Yeah, buddy. What planet is farthest from the sun?
That would be Uranus, Sarah.
No.
Venus?
No.
Neptune.
Correct. Jacob Black and Edward Cullen are characters from what film series?
Twilight.
I knew you knew it. Yes.
Jacob, Team Edward.
Yes. Steve, wow. That wasn't great, but you got 6 correct, which is a win, 6-3.
Let's go.
Sorry, Jeff.
Hey, good game, Steve.
Thank you, my man. Have a good one.
I'm the best. I'm the best.
I don't know why I thought for sure you watched this show. Jess Day is a main character from what sitcom?
New Girl.
Yeah. Don't you watch that, or didn't you?
Yes. I'm sorry. My ears, I think I maybe clean them better.
You were just thinking of Chess Day.
No, then I thought it was like some kind of like a French name, Jess Day. That's
like
their name, Jess Day. And I'm like, Jess Day? I've never even heard of this actress.
No, it was two separate words.
Day.
Yes. Oh, wow.
Still I got it wrong.
A cackle is a collective noun for what? A group of what?
Danny.
I think witches.
No.
Oh, you were being all judgmental.
Because I thought it was okay. I'm wrong.
It's hyenas.
Oh, that makes sense.
Because you didn't say animals, so I was like thinking like outside of animals.
Oh, no. It was still an animal.
Oh, okay. Yeah, gotcha.
The U.S. state that is directly above Pennsylvania.
Isn't it where Steve is from?
New York?
Yeah.
There we go.
No way.
Yeah.
That's why I was so disappointed. First with Jess Day, and then New York. You deserve to lose, but somehow you won. So congrats, I guess.
Well done, Steve, kind of. We have this new feature on the Odyssey app where you can leave us a voice message. It's very easy to do it on your own time. Leave us a message about anything. And we have been getting a few lately, Steve.
We got a good voice message about an actress named Jess Day. No. Somebody has a message about the Jonas Brothers and how they connect to our show. And it's ridiculous. And then also a strange one that involves magazine subscriptions, which if you're an apartment person, you might want to listen to this one.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
We're going to slide into our VMs after 3 doors down.
The Daily Migs Show. The Daily Migs Show. Something got you bent, and now you need to vent, or you did something bad and you need to repent? Well, slide into our VMs.
Yeah, baby, it's time to slide into our VMs. On the Daily Mix Show.
It's a brand new feature on the Odyssey app, and it's so easy to use. You can leave us a voicemail if you want to say hi, comment on something from the show, or maybe just vent about something wild going on in your life. You just have to keep it under a minute.
Or sometimes they leave a message about the men's room. We're like, all right, yeah, sounds like an interesting thing to talk about. We'll play that one as well.
Of course.
So we got a few voice messages. Are you ready for the first voice message that was left through our Odyssey app?
Let's hear it.
Okay.
Hey guys, have you checked out that new movie on Prime called You're Cordially Invited? If not, you absolutely have to check it out because it features your favorite band being sung by Nick Jonas. I'll just leave it at that. Check it out. It's actually not bad of a film for a Will Ferrell movie. Didn't suck. Love the show.
I think that's exactly how Will Ferrell wants his movies to be called. Not that bad for a Will Ferrell movie. Didn't suck.
Oh, my God. So, do you know about this movie?
Honestly, my wife and I started watching this movie. We haven't finished it, but we're about 2/3 of the way done. My wife keeps falling asleep, so I'm pretty sure she doesn't give an F about this. But yes, it's a Prime Video movie, so you kind of take everything with a grain of salt when they're like, like the straight to Netflix, straight to on demand, straight to streaming services. But it's Will Ferrell, Reese Witherspoon, and they're like at odds with each other because Will Ferrell's family planned a wedding at this place, and then Reese Witherspoon's family planned a wedding at this place, not knowing that they both planned on the same weekend.
Oh.
And hilarity ensues because they're not supposed to have two families there, and so there's a lot of a lot of issues going on between the two families. But it's a comedy. It's a typical Will Ferrell silly comedy. It's got some funny scenes in it for sure. But there is a moment where Nick Jonas appears in the movie, and he's playing Pastor Luther, the young hot minister who's been hired to marry Reese Witherspoon's on-screen sister in this wedding.
Okay.
And, well, I'll just play it because I think Danny will really appreciate this moment.
Hey, guys.
Oh, wait. Here we go.
But today is not about any of us. Today is about the two of you and your love. With arms wide open.
Oh, my gosh.
Under the sunlight. Welcome to this place. I'll show you everything. What is this?
That's Danny.
Yes. I love that so much. That's amazing.
I think Sarah might like the movie.
Oh, probably.
It's a dumb romantic comedy.
With Reese Witherspoon, I'm so in.
Dude, also, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure she's going to a place to get some stuff taken care of, but she looks timeless.
Oh, yeah.
Ageless. It's incredible she looks phenomenal in this movie. Not that that's the only reason why you should watch it, but, Will Ferrell also, timeless, ageless.
No ankles.
Yeah, and he has a great scene with an alligator. That part was it almost felt like I was watching Anchorman because of how ridiculous it was. It's like one of those moments where you're like, I'm pretty sure that he was improvising this entire scene.
Oh, awesome.
And those are usually like the better moments when Will Ferrell's going full improv mode. All right, we got another voice message. Are you ready for this one?
Yes.
I've been living in this building for approximately 5 years. And what I do is I read all of my neighbors' magazines. I'm home during the day, so I'll take them into my apartment, and I'll read them cover to cover, and then I'll put them back in the lobby for them to pick up, a day or two later. And
this is borderline brilliant and borderline creepy at the same time.
It's 50-50 on that.
Yeah, I don't know which end I'm going towards.
It's been nice because it's like having 10 magazine subscriptions, and I don't pay for them at all.
Do you have any magazine subscriptions anymore?
I don't remember the last time I had a magazine. It might have been Entertainment Weekly, and I did it because it was like free for purchasing something at a store.
We were getting like the Ranger Rick, like Junior or whatever for Barrett, and that's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
We get highlights.
Yeah. That's classic.
I say it's for Tatum, but it's more for me.
Oh, for sure.
So, Danny, you're the only apartment dweller. I don't know if you have any magazine subscriptions, but you might want to be worried about it.
Oh, first off, no, I don't even know what a magazine is. Secondly, we have locked mailboxes, so no one could do that. Yeah.
Wow, very nice.
Boom.
You're so fancy.
I know.
Who does that?
That's so weird.
That sounds like something I would do in college.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm too broke to afford a magazine subscription, but I want to read Rolling Stone, so I'll grab my neighbors.
Or Playboy.
On Friday.
Those are in like the plastic packaging.
Yes.
So I hear, so you couldn't just like page through it easily.
On Friday after the show, we ended up coming across this wild story. There is a world's shortest St. Patrick's Day parade. Yeah. And this led to so many questions that we want to ask about it. It happens in Arkansas.
Okay.
And in the past, they've had people like Ric Flair, Smash Mouth, Kevin Bacon, Pauly Shore. I mean, major celebrities.
Don't forget Carlton Alfonso Ribeiro.
Yes. So we ended up tracking down one of the organizers of the shortest St. Patrick's Day parade to find out what the hell is going on in Arkansas. And we're going to chat with her at 7:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. You know what's sneaky? A bunch of big corporations buying up local companies you know and love, gutting them, and keeping the name. But you know who's not a sellout? Pinky's Plumbing. That's right. Pinky's Plumbing's values start with their work ethic, honesty, how they treat their employees, and how they care for their customers. Bigger isn't always better, and that's a fact. You should know you're working with a locally owned company that truly values where they live and work. Pinky's Plumbing. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Yeah, sure thing. Hey, you sold that car yet?
Yeah, sold it to Carvana.
Oh, I thought you were selling to that guy.
The guy who wanted to pay me in foreign currency, no interest, over 36 months? Yeah, no. Carvana gave me an offer in minutes, picked it up, and paid me on the spot. It was so convenient.
Just like that.
Yep.
No hassle.
None.
That is super convenient. Sell your car to Carvana and swap hassle for convenience. Pickup fees may apply.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Steve Migs, no matter where you're from in the world, it seems like towns just have things that make their town uniquely that town.
Yes. And what was it? On Friday last week, we came across something that's been going on for a while. And we're like, we need to figure out more about this because it just sounds so absurd, so ridiculous, and awesome that we need to know more about the world's shortest St. Patrick's Day parade that happens, where is it, in Arkansas?
In Hot Springs, Arkansas. And we tracked down the special events manager for Hot Springs. Her name is Alexis Hampo, and she joins us now. Good morning, Alexis.
Hey, how you doing?
We're doing great. I know it's probably random. You're like, why does this show in Seattle want to talk to us? But we saw what you guys have been doing, and I just want to know more information about the world's shortest parade.
There's a lot to know. It's been going on since 2003, and to have such a high honor of being the world's shortest St. Patrick's Day parade, there's a lot to talk about.
Okay, first question is, so do you just call it every year it's the 22nd annual world's shortest parade?
Every year is the first ever 22nd annual or first ever 23rd annual because there hasn't been one before. So every year is the first ever.
And is this something where you guys, like, does somebody come and like measure it the first time around to make certain that it was the world's shortest parade?
So Ripley's, believe it or not, actually designated Bridge Street, the street that we have it on, as the shortest street in everyday operation in the world. So it's 98 feet long. So Ripley's actually gave the street the honor of being the world's shortest street used in everyday operations. And so back in 2003, there were 4 friends, and they were having a drink at a bar just right next to Bridge Street. And they were talking about their favorite holidays. And then they remembered about the street. And since then, we've been celebrating St. Patrick's Day just right there on Bridge Street with 98 feet.
So how long does it take to complete a parade that is only 98 feet long?
Sure, yeah. So we only allow in 40 entries into the parade. So the parade itself is about an hour, but we have performances before and after. So it spans a whole 2 days, all the festivities do.
And we were talking to Alexis Hampo. She's part of the world's shortest St. Patrick's Day parade, a parade that we're just obsessing over. It happens in Hot Springs, Arkansas. And I love that it just started with 4 people having a drink, talking about this, and then it kind of keeps evolving and evolving and growing because it's not like just a bunch of locals that show up. Like you have had Ric Flair there, George Wendt, Pauly Shore, Kevin Bacon. Who are some of your favorites that have showed up for this world's shortest St. Patrick's Day parade, and also who are about to show up for this upcoming one?
Sure, yeah. So one of my favorite years, we had Cheech Marin of Cheech and Chong and Danny Trejo, so Machete. That was a really fun year.
Awesome.
We have bands play the 2 nights of the festivities. We do free concerts. So we've had Foghat and Sugar Ray and Three Dog Night and Smash Mouth and Village People played last year. So we've had some really great bands play too. This year, though, I'm really excited. Our parade starter is Flavor Flav.
Oh!
Amazing.
And our Grand Marshal is Valerie Bertinelli, which is really exciting.
As a fan of the kids' baking challenges, she is so awesome on those. I hope she's going to have some dishes for people to enjoy.
Oh, that would be great.
And you mentioned entertainment, Alexis, at the world's shortest St. Patrick's Day parade. What kind of, folks enter into the parade? What are some of the festivities that happen before and after?
Yeah, so some of the entries we've had the Budweiser Clydesdales. We have the Order of the Irish Elvi come just about every year. And then we usually have the world's largest potato, which is really hard for the traffic department, right?
I love everything about this. How many people typically show up for this parade? Like just regular, random spectators?
We have about 30,000 spectators that come in every year.
My goodness.
Wait, how early does somebody have to show up to get a good view of this parade?
People start lining up real early in the morning to try and get the best spot on Bridge Street.
Is there a website where people that could go just like see pictures, or a social media page so that our listeners could go check this out and just see what kind of insanity you guys are putting together?
Absolutely, yeah. So our website is hotsprings.org.
Okay.
And if you go to hotsprings.org, you can just search World's Shortest St. Patrick's Day Parade, and all the links you need will come up.
All right, now I have a dumb question. Let's just say like we were putting together a world's shortest parade. Would that A, bother you, and B, would you be willing to give us advice on how, not that we are going to because we just don't have that kind of
budget,
but or just energy. We're just too lazy. But if we were going to do something like that, what advice would you give somebody for putting together a short parade?
Absolutely. Well, first you'd have to fight us for the copyright.
Oh!
Can we call it the world's second shortest? Or
we might be able to work something out. Maybe. Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts. It takes a lot of really dedicated volunteers, a lot of really amazing community members that build these incredible floats and entries and performance groups to come in. So there's a lot of moving parts, but it's totally worth it.
Oh,
maybe we could do the world's dumbest St. Patrick's Day, because I feel like that's what we're capable of.
Well, thank you so much, Alexis. This sounds like an absolute blast. Bridge Street in Hot Springs, Arkansas, the world's shortest St. Patrick's Day parade.
I hope you guys join us on March 17th.
Oh, that would be a blast.
I really want to make this happen.
Field trip.
And if not this year, next year, I feel like we got to make this happen.
Yeah, you guys got to come.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Obviously, this is probably the most random event I've ever heard of in my life.
It's insane. Yeah.
So that got us thinking about our Rockaholics. What is a random event that you have attended, the most random event you've ever attended? Or what is a random event that your hometown puts on that you could tell us about?
I feel like the small towns always have the best random events.
Goofy stuff.
Yeah.
206-803-ROCK. We'll take your calls after Nirvana.
The Daily Migs Show.
What is the most random event you have ever attended? Or what is that super random event that your hometown puts on? 206-803-ROCK. Mindy from Puyallup, you're originally from Erie, Kansas. What do they do there?
Not a whole lot. It's a very small town. There's not really an industry there. We have an itty-bitty grocery store that just has, the bare necessities.
And what's the fun event that they have there?
They have the Old Soldiers and Sailors Reunion, and it is the longest running and the oldest celebration in all of the United States because it's been going on since the Civil War.
And what all happens at that?
Soldiers get drunk
now
and
it's a
tell
whole
stories.
big week of celebration and stuff where before, when it started back in the Civil War, the soldiers and sailors got together in our town at this time. They got these big black cauldron pots and cooked a bunch of beans and had a big bean feast. Oh. Well, we do that every year. They still have those big black pots. They put them out every year. They heat them up with the wood. They cook the beans, and people line up to get the beans every Friday. But prior to that, like Thursday, they have kids' night on Main Street, which is like a block long.
I imagine that night in Kansas, it's got to just stink, though, from everyone just like farting up a storm from all those beans.
206-803-ROCK. What is the random event that you attended, or what is the random event that your hometown puts on?
So my wife is from Australia, and I'm not kidding. She used to go to this competition where people would throw tuna as far as they can. It's like the shot put, but with a dead fish, and it's called the Tuna-Rama Festival.
Okay, I want to watch that.
How far do you think you can throw a tuna?
Probably not very far. How big is this? Some tuna are huge.
I have no idea.
Is it a can of tuna or like a giant fish?
It says, I'm from Clute, Texas, which is a small town, and we have the Great Texas Mosquito Festival because nothing says fun like celebrating the most annoying insect on the planet. They even have a mosquito calling contest as well.
Whoa, I want to know what that sounds like.
Is there? Just be out.
Oh wow! Is that how you do it?
About ready to smack you across the head because I thought you were a mosquito. Don't get on my skin.
Right.
Another person says, "Has any of you guys been to the Testicle Festival in Montana?" I have, and it's hilarious.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
It's also known as the Testy Festy.
Yeah, Steve and I go every year.
every month, even when they're not celebrating it. So that's you go. Do you know it?
No.
You don't know the Testicle Festival?
No, I've never heard of this.
Wait, you guys don't really know it?
No, I really don't know
I've heard about this, and it's mind-blowing. It's a big festival where everyone shows up, and it's a deep-fried tribute to the Rocky Mountain oysters.
Really?
Which are bull boys.
Yes.
Yes.
That is so... How many people attend?
They even sell T-shirts, which I don't know when I would wear this T-shirt, but it would be pretty hilarious to have a shirt that says, I had a ball at the Testy Festy.
Okay, that's really clever.
Yeah, the Testicle Festival, I'm surprised you guys haven't, especially you, Taryn. I feel like that would be your thing.
Right up my alley?
Yeah.
206-803-ROCK. Gil from Maple Valley. Tell us about the Strawberry Festival.
Okay, so I grew up in a small town in Oregon, Jefferson, and every year we have the Strawberry Festival. And one of the big highlights of it, and it's kind of a big deal, is we have a frog jumping contest. So when I was 6 years old, I actually won it. I got my picture in the paper with a big old bullfrog. It was like the highlight of my life.
So what does exactly the frog jumping contest entail?
So it was in a parking lot of a grocery store. I know it was all roped off. I was really young. But essentially, you just put the bullfrog down, which my brother found for me. It was a big old bullfrog on the side of the river or whatever. You just get behind it, and then you just get down on your knees, and then you slap the ground behind the bullfrog, and it just jumps. And you get 3 jumps, and whoever jumps the farthest wins. And apparently I was a good slapper that day.
That is amazing, Gil.
It all goes downhill from there.
Right.
Someone texted and said, Homer Davenport in Silverton, Oregon, they do couch races. The bars put together some teams who then take couches and put wheels and handlebars on them. Then they race them down the street similar to like a bobsled with people pushing and one person sitting and steering. And then at the park, there's a big carnival.
I wonder what kind of safety gear you have to wear to do that, because it sounds a little scary.
Just wear a helmet. You'll be fine. Yeah.
How would you like to beat Steve this morning? He has a current record of 51 wins, 27 losses, and 15 ties in 2025. And if you were tuned into the men's room at 5:40 p.m. this past Friday night, that could be very helpful, because we gave out a cheat sheet with 3 of the correct answers for the game. The number to call is 206-803-ROCK, and we will play Beat Migs at 7:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes, plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/confluence. That's ATLASSIAN.com/CONFLUENCE.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
If you have health insurance, you might be able to see a personal dietitian for $0 out of pocket. Nourish connects you with a dietitian that fits your needs, covered by your insurance. Nourish accepts hundreds of insurance plans, and 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Meet with your dietitian online and message them anytime through the Nourish app. With hundreds of 5-star reviews from real patients, you know you're in good hands. Find your dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several European cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation and make it even more memorable by offering comfortable and spacious cabins where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Russ from Seattle is. Russ, are you there?
I'm here.
Russ, were you listening to the men's room around 5:40 on Friday to hear the cheat sheet?
No, sure didn't.
That's fine. That's good.
It's an even playing
We're all
field.
busy. Sometimes you just can't make things happen that you want to happen.
All right, Steve, get out of here.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, Russ has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can guess all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Oh, definitely ready.
If there are 26 bones in your foot, how many total bones are in both?
52.
Correct. River dance originated in what country?
Ireland.
Yes. Whose green Versace dress inspired the creation of Google Images?
Pass on that one.
M&M's Fruit Chews would eventually become what popular candy?
Fruit rolls?
No.
Pass.
Who was the first author to use a typewriter for a manuscript?
What's the name? Edgar Allan Poe?
No.
Pass.
What is the only continent in all 4 hemispheres?
Antarctica?
No.
Australia?
No.
Africa?
Yes. What is the name of the pet dinosaur in the cartoon The Flintstones?
Dino.
Correct. Who was the first president to visit all 50 states?
Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
No.
Theodore.
No. Russ, you got 4 correct.
Damn.
You really could have used the cheat sheet, I'll tell you, because you got all of those wrong. But you never know.
You never know.
Steve really didn't do that amazing.
No.
Earlier today, even though
I doubled the score of the other guy. I won.
Well, you didn't do amazing, and the guy really didn't do amazing. Okay, but
I thought I did above average.
Barely. Steve, are you ready?
All right.
If there are 26 bones in your foot, how many total bones are in both?
Oh man, 52.
Correct. River dance originated in what country?
Ireland.
Yes. Whose green Versace dress inspired the creation of Google Images?
I don't know. Green Versace dress. Kim Kardashian.
No.
Sharon Stone.
No.
Bette Midler.
No. M&M's Fruit Chews would eventually become what popular candy?
Starburst.
Yes. Who was the first author to use a typewriter for a manuscript?
Sticking the rapper Eminem. I'm like, I'm so confused by this question. First author to use a typewriter. Stephen King?
No.
Mark Twain.
Yes. What is the only continent in all 4 hemispheres? How did you get that?
Pure luck. I have no idea about this one. Mark Twain?
No.
Pass.
What is the name of the pet dinosaur in the cartoon The Flintstones?
Dino.
Correct. Who was the first president to visit all 50 states?
I'm going to go with Nixon.
Yes. What Eyes Wide Shut actress co-stars alongside Zac Efron in the Netflix movie A Family Affair?
Nicole Kidman?
Correct. Wow, Steve.
A genius, apparently.
You are such a guesser, let me tell you. And you got 7 correct, which is a win, 7-4. Sorry, Russ.
It's all good.
Have a good one, Russ.
Wow.
That Nixon one. First guess, got it right.
Mark Twain?
Well, that one I feel like I was just thinking of old authors.
I'm still impressed you know old authors, any of them.
I'm a very well-read individual.
Okay. One that Russ got correct. He did know the only continent in all 4 hemispheres is Africa.
And that's what I was going to guess.
And whose green Versace dress inspired the creation of Google Images, Taryn?
J-Lo.
Oh, it was a cheat sheet, huh?
It was.
Okay.
Well, and how could you ever forget J-Lo?
Remember with the deep V that went way down to like her belly button?
Woo!
For research purposes, I should probably...
Better Google it.
Google image this
Google
bad boy.
image it. Yeah. Well, congrats on beating Russ.
This is a little bit sad to talk about, but due to the decline of foot traffic after recent closings of many of their restaurants, Hooters may be filing for bankruptcy, Steve.
No.
Have you ever been to a Hooters? If so, we want to chat with you and test you to see how well you know the restaurant chain for being delightfully tacky yet unrefined.
Still one of the greatest slogans for a restaurant.
206-803-ROCK. If you have ever been to a Hooters, call in now. 206-803-ROCK. We will take your calls after Guns N' Roses.
The Daily Migs Show.
It could be the end of an era, Steve Migs. Hooters may be filing for bankruptcy. They've had a decline in foot traffic, recent closings of many restaurants, and it's just a sad day for those Hooters fans.
Get down to Hooters. Here she comes, a girl next door, hanging with good friends and more.
What girl next door is looking like these Hooters girls? I want to live in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
What you waiting for? You gotta get down to Hooters. So get on up and get on down to Hooters.
Shocking with such a catchy jingle that they're filing for bankruptcy.
I know. I mean, I've only been to a Hooters a handful of times in my life,
Yep.
but it was always very entertaining.
It was fun. We used to go a lot after hockey. We'd go there, like get a couple drinks, grab some chicken wings, and then a Buffalo Wild Wings opened up, and then you're just like, well,
It's kind of their thing.
I mean, the wings are good at Hooters, but the wings are way better at Buffalo Wild Wings. So
The Hooters are better at Hooters.
I mean, it depends on who's working.
Yeah.
Well, they are saying that the company might try to continue to expand domestically and internationally, but still trying to navigate getting through all of this. But
I did love, I saw somebody on social media posted, we must save Hooters. It's an American institution on par with the Washington Monument and Mount Rushmore.
I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with that statement. But in honor of all of this Hooters madness, we want to put past Hooters customers to the test.
There we go. All right, so what we've done is we've come across some insane stories that have happened at a Hooters, or did they? And you have to tell us whether or not this story actually happened with a game called Hooters, real or fake.
Let's kick things off with Eric in Ording. Good morning, Eric.
Good morning.
So you've been to a Hooters before. What was your favorite part of Hooters besides the namesake?
Honestly, it was the wings and the burnt bacon on my cheeseburger.
See, I saw a lot of people say the cheeseburgers at Hooters, never had them, but the cheeseburgers were like incredible.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
One of my favorites.
So we're going to put you to the test, see if you know if this actually happened at a Hooters. It's called the Toyota scandal. A waitress won a contest where the prize was a Toyota. Instead of getting a car, she got a toy Yoda figurine. Is that real or fake?
I'm going to say it was real.
It was real, and then she sued, and then they ended up getting her the car just to make up for the seat.
That is bonkers. Juan from Tacoma, your turn to play the game.
All right, Juan.
Yes, ma'am.
We asked the last guy, what was your favorite thing about Hooters?
The wings.
The wings.
Oh, yeah.
All you can eat wings on Wednesdays.
Oh.
But they need to bring Hooters back with that kind of a deal.
Yeah, dude. It sucked when they closed the one right here in Tacoma.
Dude, the Tacoma, are you a Pittsburgh Steelers fan by chance?
No, sir.
Okay.
No.
Because that was a big Steelers bar.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, the one in Tacoma. That was like a big hangout for on Sundays for game days. They would have a bunch of Steelers fans would show up, and
they didn't have all you can eat wings on Sunday. So
that's that makes sense. All right, Juan, we're going to put you to test and see if you know how well these stories are, if they're true or not. This one's called the drug dealing waitress ring. A group of Hooters waitresses in New York were busted for running a drug operation at a Hooters that they worked at. Is that Hooters real or fake?
True.
It is true. They were selling cocaine, oxy to the customers right at the restaurant. Customers who were in the know had a special code word on the secret menu item.
What? I remember.
You remember this? Okay.
Juan knows his Hooters.
He's like, I know the code word. The code word was I want my food extra spicy. And then the waitresses knew that you wanted more than just hot wings.
Wow.
And then they would, this is the best part, they would deliver the drugs in small packets disguised amongst the other food orders. So like in like a condiments package or whatever, they would put the drugs in. And eventually they got busted.
That's very impressive,
yes.
though. We have Justin from Ferndale, our third competitor, ready to play the game.
All right, Justin.
Hey, good morning, guys.
When's the last time you've been to a Hooters?
Let's hear. I was 12 years old in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico.
Oh.
Was it your birthday?
No, but it might as well have been. Oh, my God.
All right, this is your question. It's called the Chicken Wing Bandit. A man was banned from a Hooters in Georgia for smuggling wings outside in his cargo shorts. The staff caught on after he waddled out looking like the Michelin Man. When confronted, he tried to eat the evidence. Is that Hooters real or fake?
Well, after Juan's story, it actually sounds true.
Unfortunately, it's not. It was fake.
Dang it!
So, Danny, have you been to a Hooters?
Yes, I have later on in life. Like, it was like way late, and we went one time and it was fine. The greatest story I have about Hooters, though, was when we went to San Diego when I was about 10 years old. My mom and my aunt were looking for a place to eat. They did not know what Hooters was. So driving around, they're like, hey, look, that place looks good. It says restaurant, Hooters. So they're like,
it's got a cute owl on the logo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they went in to check it out, and they came out, and they're like, we are not going into the Hooters. And my mom goes, you would love it because of their shorts. And I was like, because they had the orange shorts, and but never got to experience Hooters. So I was scared to go to Hooters for years because I thought that it was like something really bad in
like
there.
The place for evil people.
Yeah.
Somebody said I did a radio commercial for Hooters back in the early 90s. I had to sing about crab legs to the Gershwin song Summertime.
Oh, my gosh.
Sarah, you've been to a Hooters, I'd imagine.
Of course. And I just recently went to the world's biggest one that's still in Las Vegas.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, and it was kind of sad, to be honest.
Times have changed.
Times have changed. It needs a little love.
Hooters is past its prime.
Yeah, I think it just needs it needs a makeover.
Oh.
Well, I remember the first time I ever went was it was my birthday. My buddies from work, they're like, let's go to the Hooters when South Lake Union had a Hooters right there on the water. I'm like, all right. Did not realize what they do when they find out your birthday, and I'm standing on a stool with like a pot and a pan, and they're singing, and I'm like, I hate you guys. And now I understand that you wanted to go here not because of the hot chicks, but because you knew that I was going to be embarrassed like this.
Humiliate this man.
Oh, it's awful.
The internet is currently losing its collective mind over the new season of Love is Blind. As some are making incest allegations, Steve.
Wait, don't look at me. Did you see my search history? What's going on here?
We're going to go straight to the comments at 8:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. You know what's sneaky? A bunch of big corporations buying up local companies you know and love, gutting them, and keeping the name. But you know who's not a sellout? Pinky's Plumbing. That's right. Pinky's Plumbing's values start with their work ethic, honesty, how they treat their employees, and how they care for their customers. Bigger isn't always better, and that's a fact. You should know you're working with a locally owned company that truly values where they live and work. Pinky's Plumbing. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
What is Dax, are you?
Tracking all our cars on Carvana Value Tracker on all our devices? Yes, Kristen, yes I am.
Well, I've been looking for my phone for...
In Dax's domain, we see all. So we always know what our cars are worth.
All of them?
All of them. Value surge, trucks up 3.9%.
That's a great offer.
I know. Sell?
Sell.
Track your car's value with Carvana Value Tracker today.
Everyone knows social media is a time suck, and what you're about to hear proves it. If it's online, someone, somewhere, has an opinion and is whining about it. So let's get straight to the comments.
Love is Blind is in its 8th season.
Is that Netflix?
Yes.
Okay.
All the episodes are up streaming on Netflix right now. And in these episodes, you see everything from honeymoons to moving in together, meeting friends and family.
So this is the show where the premise is that you marry the person before you even see them?
Yeah.
No. Get engaged.
You get engaged. Okay, and then you figure out whether or not you want to marry him.
Yeah.
Duh.
Sorry.
Riveting.
Yeah.
So one of the more talked about couples is Dave and Lauren. Not so much because of their relationship, but because of Dave's relationship with his sister.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's a very hot topic online, which means that we have to go straight to the comments.
We found some of those comments. We figured who better to read them than a man who has starred in so many great romantic comedies. A man who truly does know love. Star of films like 50 First Dates and Wedding Singer.
Yeah.
And Big Daddy. Adam Sandler himself. I mean, when you think of romance, you think of Adam Sandler, right?
Of course.
Okay, so we've got Robot Adam Sandler reading some of these comments about this season's Love is Blind with the sister that's a little too close to the one guy.
Please.
Are you ready for the first comment?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Poor Lauren, she's in love with a man that has a weird, unhealthy obsession with his sister. F***ing strange.
All right, so you're not watching the show.
No.
I'm not watching the show, but Danny and Sarah, you're both watching the show. Yeah. What is going on with the sister?
So essentially, every time he talks to a girl, or like one of the women in the Love is Blind, he always says like, I'm not sure my sister's gonna like this. I'm not sure my sister's gonna approve of this. I'm not sure. Like he always brings his sister in, and he talks about like how she's gonna be mad that he's dating like these random women on the show.
No, I think it's good to have someone that's like your compass in a sense, but I always think it's weird when people are that close to their siblings.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I'm over here like I'm really close with my siblings.
That's why I was looking at you when I was. All right, let's check out our next comment.
Dave just needs to go on the new Netflix show, Incest is Best, with how obsessed he is with his sister.
Ew.
So, are you noticing? Is there an obsession with the guy?
Okay, for me, this is actually a spoiler alert, this entire thing. So
our
thanks.
bad.
Yeah, I didn't know Dave and Lauren ended up together. I'm not that far, Steve.
Oh, don't blame me.
No.
Blame Adam Sandler.
Yeah, okay, thanks, Adam, for these comments.
Right, on to the next comment from Adam Sandler.
I hate this show, yet I watch it all the time.
Oh yeah.
I need help.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones you just can't look away, yeah?
I've had shows like that where I'm like, why am I still watching this show?
Yep.
I need to just give it up, but then you're so invested.
Can't stop.
I tried watching Love is Blind the first season. I'm like, all right, it's kind of like too hot to handle. All those reality dating shows, they're kind of fun at first, but then I'm like, this is just too much for my brain.
I couldn't even get through all of the first episode, Steve. I'm with you.
A couple more comments about this season's Love is Blind.
Why do any of you assholes even care about this show? It's not even entertaining. It's just dumb. Tune out.
Thanks, Adam. You hear that?
Yeah.
It's just dumb.
Yeah. Big Daddy told you to stop watching it.
He's gonna still watch it, Big Daddy.
That's why we watch it, because it is dumb.
Yeah.
All right, one more comment about Love is Blind.
If Dave's sister ever goes on The Bachelorette, I swear Dave would apply to vie for her love. Hashtag Dave is gross. Hashtag Dave wants his sister.
That is so harsh.
I would watch that too, to be honest.
I kind of want to watch Love is Blind just to see this relationship between him and his sister. To see why people think it's so weird.
Well, speaking of weird relationships, Dave Grohl's mistress has been revealed.
Yeah.
And there's a really odd twist to the story. We're going to tell you what's trending after Soundgarden.
The Daily Migs Show. Daily Migs Show.
We know that you're probably just waking up and getting started with your morning, sipping on your coffee and trying to make sense of everything going on in the world. And pop culture is like a vast wasteland, isn't it?
Absolutely.
We're going to help you out by telling you what's trending.
Stranded on the Daily Migs Show. Stranded, let's go. Let's go.
Back in September, Dave Grohl revealed that he had fathered a child out of wedlock.
What?
And for the
Excuse me?
longest
This is
time,
news to me.
We've all been saying, who is the woman? Who is the other woman? Well, we finally know. Her name is Jennifer Young. She's 38 years old. She's a rock music enthusiast from LA. I think she's also like a horror movie producer.
Okay, so why don't they say that? Like, when I saw that in a few articles where they just called her a rock music enthusiast, and then of course, like you read the comments, which are not very complimentary or nice. But so a lot of people kept saying, "Is rock music enthusiast like the PC way to say groupie?" Because that kind of does sound that way.
Yeah, she's worked as like a personal assistant in LA for some, actors and things of that nature. Like she's definitely in the fold.
I'm glad you said that, because that would have been nice if like some of these articles would
lead
say
with that.
38-year-old, like the things you just said, as opposed to
rock music enthusiast. Yeah, so her name's Jennifer Young, and now we've seen her face.
Did you hear the twist?
What's the twist?
The craziest part of this story is that Dave Grohl's first wife, do you know her name?
Jordan Bloom.
No, Jennifer Young.
Or what? Wait.
Someone said that there was a few articles saying that his very first wife's name.
Wait, he was married before Jordan?
I guess. I don't know.
What?
I've been seeing a lot of comments saying his very first wife's name was Jennifer Young.
Oh.
Okay, that's bonkers.
It's Jennifer Youngblood.
Youngblood.
His first wife.
Oh.
I don't know why, but that's kind of crazy.
That's so
really
crazy.
Weird.
Yeah. So you go from Jennifer Youngblood, and then you have an affair with someone named Jennifer Young?
Yes.
Stay away from the Jens.
Or if your last name's Young or Blood, you have a chance with Dave Grohl, apparently.
God.
That is just insane. So who knows still what's going to happen with the Foo Fighters, or now who knows what's going to happen with Nirvana.
They've been doing all these little reunion shows, and who knows? Yeah.
All right, so we've been hearing about this story that involves the Toronto plane crash with the Delta plane that ended up being upside down, and then now the most recent thing we heard was that the airlines is offering $30,000, no strings attached, to anybody that was on the plane, just as to kind of make up for the quote-unquote inconvenience of being traumatized by ending up crashing the plane, being upside down. Some people were hurt by it, so obviously $30,000 for a few of these people is not going to cover those medical bills. But Nate Ritchie was interviewed. He's one of the guys that was on the plane, and they asked him, hey, are you going to take the airline's $30,000 offer? And here's what he had to say.
I have received the communication regarding the $30,000. I have forwarded it to my attorney for review to understand what it is, what it means.
First, that would be the exact same thing I would do, because I'd be like, no strings attached, sure. And then I would look at the contract and be like, I don't understand like 90% of what's being said in this contract. Can somebody look this over and tell me? Right.
As far as, is it fair? I haven't slept in days. The emotional stress, I almost can't explain it. Is my mental health worth $30,000?
I don't get a lot of sleep, and nobody's giving me any money, so
Okay, if you were in that situation, would you take the $30K, or would you be...
I would do what he's doing and check with a lawyer first to be like, hey, if I take this, can we still be a part of like a big lawsuit? Because I feel like there's a big lawsuit waiting to happen.
Absolutely.
And I'd be really sad at myself if I took the $30,000, because I would probably want to take it. And then you find out like the guy that was sitting right next to you on that plane now has like $8 million.
Oh boy!
You know what about you?
I'm the same. I think I would hold out and lawyer up and see what happens.
That all being said, I think the trauma of, if I didn't get hurt, of being upside down, maybe losing some sleep, and I'm not questioning that the mental anguish of that. I don't imagine that's traumatizing, but to me, I'm like, yeah, $30,000 will make me a lot happier if you hooked me up with $30,000.
I just feel like in this day and age, $30,000 doesn't go as nearly as far as it used to. Like, that's going to be gone before you know it.
Oh, yeah. I'd probably spend it like within a day. There's a lot of new sneakers that I'm getting hit up on my targeted ads on Facebook for, and they're not cheap.
There's a 46-year-old man in Pennsylvania who won a $57,000 jackpot at a Pennsylvania casino earlier in the month, but he's not going to be able to get it because he has a gambling problem, and he'd previously banned himself from this casino.
I didn't even know you could do this.
I didn't either. Here is Doug Harbach of the Pennsylvania Gaming Control Board explaining what the self-excluded ban is all about.
They have an option of 1 year, 5 years, or a lifetime ban. It is enforced if they enter a casino while on the list, with penalties for trespassing, and that includes a fine, and also forfeiture of all winnings achieved during the visit.
Oh my God. Could you imagine?
That's brutal.
I mean, he set it up. So, I mean, it's not like, that's on him. I mean, you clearly do have a gambling problem, whether you won a lot of money or not, but that's just bonkers.
What if it was like his wife that made him do it?
Oh.
Like, we're getting divorced unless you ban yourself from the casino.
And how bad is the gambling problem that you've blackballed yourself from going to a casino?
Ouch.
I think about like in my 20s, I wish I had the ability to like ban myself from like a McDonald's, because like I was eating there like 3 times a day. You know what I mean? Yeah. You show up like, Steve, You can't eat here.
Oh, no. They have your picture up in the back.
You've just hit 280 pounds, Steve.
Oh. Well, how would you like a shot at beating Steve? We have one final opportunity for you to do so this morning, and this man has a record of 52 wins, 27 losses, and 15 ties in 2025. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 8:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
So I used Gemini for the first time the other day, and the most impressive thing to me was just talking to it. You go live with it, and then it's just like you're having a conversation. You can just talk about your day or have it explain something to you or start brainstorming ideas. Let me give you an example. I pretended I have a job interview coming up and asked it to help me prep for the interview. It immediately started suggesting common questions I might get asked. Then I started talking through my answers out loud, and it would give me feedback. And it's all happening in real time, like I'm talking to a career coach or something. That's just what I tried first, but you can talk to it about anything. And I honestly think that's the magic of it, how you can just have this back and forth, and it's all seamless. If you haven't tried it yet, it's definitely worth checking out. You'll see what I mean.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/confluence. That's ATLASSIAN.com/CONFLUENCE.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
I've been working with a Nourish dietitian for the last 6 months, and it's been life-changing. I've lost weight, healed my relationship with food, and have way more energy. Working with a dietitian online to create a personalized nutrition plan was so easy thanks to Nourish. The best part? I pay $0 out of pocket because Nourish accepts hundreds of insurance plans. 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Find your dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several European cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation and make it even more memorable by offering comfortable and spacious cabins where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Bob from Puyallup is. Bob, are you there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm Sarah, your host, and it's time for you to get out of here, Steve.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, Bob has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Finish this cereal slogan. I'm cuckoo for what?
Cocoa Puffs.
Correct. Who played Mia in the 90s film Pulp Fiction?
I can't come up with it. Uma Thurman.
Yes. What sport was featured on the first curved USA coin in 2014?
The first what?
Sport.
Baseball?
Yes.
Oh,
the largest bowling alley in the world is located in what country?
United States.
No.
Germany.
No.
Russia.
No. Now known as Meta, Facebook was originally named what?
Facebook.
No.
Pass.
The most well-known breed of hairless cat is what?
Pass.
Elton John's song Candle in the Wind was originally written for who?
I don't know. Elton John.
No.
Don't know. Pass.
Augusta is the capital of what U.S. state?
I don't know. Oh, horrible show. Horrible show.
Bob, you got 3 correct.
That's the same number of letters in his name.
Look at
Wow.
you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
I was doing the
Karen.
math.
I'm proud of you for getting that right. Steve, I don't think you should feel much pressure.
Oh, man, Sarah.
Could I get 3 in a row?
Yeah,
What a good Monday.
I would bet my left leg on it. Wow. Now, don't disappoint me, Steve, okay?
Danny, we have a machete in the other room.
And we do have one.
Steve, are you
And
ready?
It's pretty sharp.
Yeah. It is. We actually do. Why? Finish the cereal slogan. I'm cuckoo for what?
I have no idea.
Stop.
Cocoa Puffs.
Yes. Who played Mia in the 90s film Pulp Fiction?
Uma Thurman?
Correct. What sport is featured on the first curved U.S. coin in 2014?
Which sport?
Yes.
2014. Baseball?
Yes. The largest bowling alley in the world is located in what country?
America.
No.
Oh. France.
No.
Italy.
No. Now known as Meta, Facebook was originally named what?
The Facebook.
Yes. The most well-known breed of hairless cat is what?
Oh, man. I think I'm going to pronounce it right. Sphinx.
Correct. Beautifully done.
Thank you.
Elton John's song Candle in the Wind was originally written to honor who?
Oh, 'cause it wasn't Princess Diana because he did it before, and it was Marilyn Monroe.
It was. Augusta is the capital for what U.S. state?
Georgia.
No.
Oh. Florida?
No.
Augusta. Nebraska?
No. The shortest bone in the human body is located where?
In the finger?
No.
Oh. The foot?
No.
Face?
No. I don't like how you said finger.
The finger?
The finger. Steve, you got 6 correct, which is double Bob's score, 6-3. Sorry.
That's a bummer.
It is a bummer. You'll get him next time, though. Right.
It's on how you look at it. I don't think it's a bummer at all.
The largest bowling alley, this is just a random fun fact, is located in, does anyone know? Japan. Can you guess how many lanes they have?
Ooh, I'm going to go 100.
Yeah.
116.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
That just sounds like a cluster F.
Oh, for sure. Augusta is the capital of what U.S. state?
Maine.
Yeah, Danny. Yes.
You.
Yeah. I looked up Maine one time because I was really wanting some like clam chowder.
Are you going to go to Maine to get clam chowder?
I thought about it.
It's a long flight.
It's a long ways away. Does anyone know the shortest bone in the human body, where it's located?
Is it in the ear?
Sure is. Good job, Taryn.
Yeah.
Well, congrats, Steve, on beating Bob.
Over the weekend, something happened in my house that made me realize that I might need a lock on my bedroom door.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really, Steve.
No, it didn't happen.
It did. So this leads us to having a simple question to ask the Rockaholics. Call in now as we have a very simple question to ask you. 206-803-ROCK, and we promise it is the simplest of questions. But you have to call now so we can ask. 206-803-ROCK. We'll take your calls after Billy Idol.
The Daily Migs Show.
I've come to the realization after an incident over the weekend that we may need to have a bedroom door lock.
It happened.
It happened.
I don't know about you, but I'm like 5 years going. We're still okay.
Oh, my God.
We haven't had to have this happen.
So we had been out dancing. We got back to the house, sent the babysitter home. Things start getting a little hot and heavy, and the...
And some thumbnails I've clicked on, they don't send the babysitter home.
Oh, God! The door flies open, and there's Barrett coming up. Can I sleep in your bed?
No!
And Brad told him, Daddy was just giving Mommy a massage.
I was wondering what the excuse was going to be, because somebody texted in and they shared a story of a time that they walked in on their parents, and the parents said, we were just hugging, but he's like, Dad doesn't like to hug. He's not in a hugging position at that moment.
Oh.
So
it was horrifying. It was horrifying.
Did you get a vibe that Barrett was like, I know you guys this wasn't a massage thing, or did he just kind of be like, oh, okay?
Honestly, no. I think he was very naive about everything that was going on, but it was completely humiliating. The most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me, I'm pretty sure.
That is amazing.
And it leads us to want to ask a simple question. We're going to ask that simple question to Kayla at JBLM. Kayla, have you ever walked in on your parents getting it on, or have your kids ever walked in on you?
My child walked in on me.
How old was your child at the time?
She's 7 now, but I think she was about 5.
Apparently that's the year.
Well, that's around the time where I think kids can now get up, get out of bed, open their own door, and kind of do their own thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was middle of the day, though.
A little afternoon delight.
Husband was home on a lunch break. She was staying home from school sick. Yeah, we tried to make it quick, but I guess not quick enough.
Where'd you go, Mommy?
Wait, was that her in the background?
She wanted her water bottle opened.
Of course.
Bust through the door. Mommy, Daddy.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh. Well, I'm glad we're in the same place now, Kayla. It's so embarrassing.
It's funny when we were moving into our new home, we had the opportunity to make some additions or changes to our house. And one of the things I was like, it'd be cool if we got one of those fancy ass barn door things that people have in there.
Yeah.
I was like, that'd be cool having a barn door for our bedroom. And the lady that was helping us set everything up with the house, absolutely, you should not do that. I'm like, why? That seems like that'll be really cool. She's like, there's not really a good way to lock that door. And then looked at me and my wife, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's smart. Yeah, we do have a kid. Good call.
So do you have a lock on your bedroom door?
We do. We have never used it.
Yeah.
And thankfully, yet, we haven't had an instance like that. But that is a fear. I've walked in on my parents.
No!
Yes. That was
How old
awful.
were you?
I don't remember, to be honest with you. It had to have been, I would say, hovering around the 10 to 12-year-old. I mean, I was a kid. I know that. But I will never forget that moment of just walking in, and they weren't lying next to each other. One was on top of the other. And I just remember opening the door and my dad just going, close the door and go back to bed. Mind you, it's 8 in the morning. I'm not going back to bed. It's time to wake up. I want breakfast. So I just went downstairs. They never spoke of it.
Of course not.
But you would think that would be the opportunity to okay, now it's time to have that birds and the bees talk. Here we are. This would be a good, now looking back on it as an adult. But no, it was never spoken of. They came down eventually. It was awkward, but nothing was said.
Just move on with your life, Steve.
Pretty much.
We know that you are a massive music fan, but could you name a song after only hearing 1 second of the chorus? Prove it to us. And if you do, we're going to hook you up with tickets to see Dropkick Murphys and Bad Religion at the Dune Peninsula in Tacoma on July 24th. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Hook or Shook at 9:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. When that pipe starts to trickle and you're in a real pickle, call Pinky. When that burst pipe starts to smell ripe, call Pinky. When your water heater's shot and it won't get hot, call Pinky. When you get home to a flood, call your best bud. Pinky's Plumbing to the rescue. No job is too big or too small. Pinky's does it all. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
What is Dax, are you?
Tracking all our cars on Carvana Value Tracker on all our devices? Yes, Kristen, yes, I am.
Well, I've been looking for my phone for...
In Dax's domain, we see all. So we always know what our cars are worth.
All of them?
All of them. Value surge, trucks up 3.9%.
That's a great offer.
I know. Sell?
Sell.
Track your car's value with Carvana Value Tracker today.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
All morning, we have received texts and calls from you that we haven't had a chance to chat about. But right now, we are checking in with the Rockaholics. So give us a call if there's something you would like to chime in on from the show today, or if you have anything on your mind that you would like to discuss with us. The number is 206-803-ROCK. And earlier, we were talking about, over the weekend, my son Barrett barged in on Brad and I having some adult time, which was mortifying.
I still can't believe that happened, and it cracks me up. And I hope to God it never happens. I'm almost to the point where we shouldn't just have sex ever.
Oh my God.
Just to avoid that potentially happening.
Well, then just say what Brad said, which is, Daddy was just giving Mommy a massage. That's all.
It was an acupressure massage.
206-803-ROCK. Billy from Anderson Island, you got caught with some sex, yeah?
Caught with some sex?
No, it was a friend of mine's parents. His mom told me that when their son was like 4 or 5, they were doing the thing in the bedroom, and the son was wearing his little cowboy hat and his little gun holster, and jumped on his dad's back and started screaming, "Ryder, Daddy!"
Oh
no, he didn't. There's no way.
Yeah, the mom was like, "Oh, I can't believe I'm telling this story to you people," but the son doesn't remember it, but it was the mom and dad really remember it very well.
Well, to be fair, they probably thought they were just playing horsey.
Cowboys.
Yeah. Oh, okay. They probably heard someone yelling, "Ride something." Yeah. It was like, well, this seems like the golden opportunity to put on my cowboy hat and grab my lasso and pretend to play with them.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
206-803-ROCK. Old Man Kenny from Gig Harbor. You also have a story on this topic.
Good morning, guys. Are we having fun yet?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we are.
I know I am. Okay, this is back 20-something years ago. My daughter was 22 at the time, the one that made me the concert blanket.
Oh, yeah.
She had an apartment and was buying a home. Well, the home didn't close in time, so she had to move here for 2 months. And one day, Mom and I were feeling frisky. She wasn't home. And we're in the bedroom. I'm on my knees at the foot of the bed, preheating Mom's oven. And all of a sudden, the door flies open, and there's Shannon. And,
now we know why she made the blanket. She wanted to cover your head.
Check this out, Steve. So Mom kind of hid away. Me, I'm loud and proud. I come out when time's up. And she literally said this. So I see we had a hankering for some beaver.
Oh my gosh! I mean, you got to crack jokes at that point.
Absolutely.
She's old enough; she understands what's going on.
I mean, is it more traumatizing when you're 22 or when you're a kid?
22.
I don't know. I almost feel like at least you could joke about it when you get older. I don't know. I don't want to experience. Unfortunately, I won't be able to, and also, fortunately, I won't be able to for different reasons. But yeah, that's just.
206-803-ROCK. We are checking in with the Rockaholics.
Just for keeping with the theme, someone texted, Steve, you need to tell the story of your grandma. Have you ever heard this story?
I feel like I have heard the story, but I need a refresher.
What do you think the story is about?
I can't remember, but I feel like you saw something.
No, she saw something.
She saw something. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yes.
She saw your something.
She saw my something. I was a teenager, and like most teenagers, you kind of find, you start exploring yourself. I didn't have a lock on my door, and no one ever would come into my room. Like, it was just like, that was just like, you just don't do in our house. Like, you knock, like most people. Well, Grandma decided just to open it up and say, goodnight, Stephen. And I'll never forget that visual, because it was just this poor old, small lady just looking at me, and I'm making eye contact, and I'm just like, Grandma, yeah, good night. And I'm trying to get the sheets over. She went, the next day wouldn't speak to me. She didn't speak to anybody. She sat in the corner in our living room. We had like this little love seat, which maybe you shouldn't call it a love seat in this story, doing her rosary beads the entire day. It was like one of the weirdest things. Like, she was so
rattled,
repulsed, like just, yeah, like she needed to have a moment with Jesus for like 24 hours.
Oh, boy.
It was crazy.
I knew you guys were a close family.
Okay, I wish I was never that close, though.
I learned recently that my son loves one member of this show, but as far as the other two, not so much.
Oh, great.
You're going to hear what happened at 9:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
Last week, I loaded Barrett up with his wallet, and we went to his favorite store in the world to make it rain.
The dollar store.
The dollar store.
We went this weekend.
It's the best because they can get so many things for so little dollars.
You can buy everything in the store, and you're like, you leave, and it's like, that's going to be $16, sir. And I'm like, yes.
So he was going there with the goal of picking out a few new toys for himself. But as we were leaving, they had this big like springtime display up, and he immediately noticed that there were these like little garden stakes with little things on them, and he ended up picking one out for Sarah, because I said to him, who do you know that really likes gnomes? And he said Sarah. So then I presented Sarah.
Did you tell him about the members of the show? That's crazy. Yeah. Oh, okay, just you. Yes, okay, fair.
So I presented the gnome to Sarah last week, and I took a video of it, and then I showed that video to Barrett, and then I recorded his reaction. Barrett, what video did we just watch? What did I give to Sarah?
I'm not telling.
But he became so immediately like shy and embarrassed.
What do you have, like a flashlight in his face or something like that? You're like interrogating the poor kid? I'm not diming it out, I swear.
But what did you think of the video? Did she seem happy?
Yes.
Do you think she's going to put that in her yard?
Yes.
Do you want to get a present for Danny and Steve next time?
Okay, what do you think the answer is going to be?
No.
I'm not kidding, though. When I first showed him the video, he became so embarrassed that he ran to his room and like hid for a minute, like he was all Twitter pated. No. I think he has a crush on you.
Oh, Steve, he is a ladies' man. He's not a boys' boy.
He doesn't want to get down with the homies. Right. He wants to get down with the ladies.
I honestly I love this gnome thing, but I was more excited that Barrett knew who I was.
Oh, yeah. And well, now you're just associated with any and all gnomes. It's fantastic.
Perfect.
The funny part was we were at the dollar store, and I saw the exact gnome that you were talking, because I was like, oh, I should get that for Sarah. And I'm like, oh, crap. Barrett already beat me to it.
Yeah, he did.
So I didn't even think of paying the $1, because at this point it's just like that just seems like I'm copying his idea.
Oh, well, yeah, you don't want to do that. The original.
We went to the dollar store to get kites because it was very windy. So Tatum has a dollar store kite, $1.25. And that thing got wrecked in the windstorm. Like, it just hit some trees. It hit Mom, which I thought was hilarious. Mom, not so much. So finally, it's like it's falling apart. I'm taping it together. I'm like, let's just get you a new one. We'll go to the dollar store. We'll buy you as many as you want. She's like, Daddy, can I get 7? I was like, sure. It's $7 and some change. We ended up buying 8. It was like $11.
How big are these?
Like I'd say about like 2 to 3 feet.
All right.
But they're very cheap. But, Paw Patrol one, a Frozen one, a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one. We got them all now.
Okay, I need to go back and get some kites.
We were all fired up because then we were like, let's get back and we'll use them. As soon as we pull into our driveway, it just starts dumping rain. So she hasn't had a chance to use them just yet.
Well, maybe today's the day. A Florida man is going viral for the most Florida thing ever. We're going to tell you about it during the Daily Migs download after AWOL Nation.
The Daily Migs Show. Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download.
AKA the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
And look, it's our friend Ryan Castle. He's doing a cool dance.
Yeah.
Those moves are sick.
I felt the energy when I came in the room today. I was all just down and sullen, and as soon as I walked in here, it was like a ray of sunshine straight through my soul.
You're welcome.
We're just a perky bunch over here.
Just kidding.
Okay, fine. Hey, the DMD is brought to you by Palace Law. Hey. This is the most Florida story. I always love the stories that are happening in Florida that are so very Florida, because a Florida man is going viral because, well, he saw an alligator with a football in its mouth, and he came up with a plan to get it out of the gator's jaws. And here's the guy. His name is Rick, explaining what he wanted to do. And spoiler alert, his wife wasn't having it.
So I came over here. I thought perhaps I might have a little plan. If I could get close enough to it, I might be able to pop the football with a knife, deflate it, so the gator could then just spit it out and move on. But I tried to get close to him, and he just wouldn't let me anywhere close to him. So I told the wife about the plan, and she hated it.
Yeah, no, sir.
So he was trying to save the gator. He just he didn't just need a football.
No.
Okay.
Unrelated?
That makes a little more sense.
The Seahawks just signed that alligator to a 4-year deal.
The Seattle Sounders and Charlotte FC played to a 2-2 draw in their season opener. It was pouring down rain at Lumen Field, right, Danny?
Yes, it was. Yeah, the end of that game.
Ryan, did you go too?
I didn't. I made a rare, wise decision, and I stayed home and watched it on TV.
Did you run it by that Florida guy's wife? And she's like, I hate that idea.
This is a bad idea.
Now, because the second goal for Charlotte came in stoppage time, is that right?
Yeah, and it was an own goal.
It was a what goal?
Own goal.
Own goal.
We did it to ourselves.
Oh, okay.
By accident.
I saw that in the story. I'm like, wait, the Sounders scored on themselves?
Yes,
but now
they did.
Okay.
Yes.
Jordan Morris, he did score twice for Seattle. That's a franchise record that he tied. He now has 68 career MLS goals for Seattle and is only 3 shy of Raul Ruidiaz's club record.
And 1 goal shy away from the nicest number.
That's true.
They should do a commemorative jersey.
Yeah.
Probably not that.
Probably the next game he'll get there. Nice.
Hey, as far as weather, we're going to be hitting a high of 49 degrees. It's going to rain today. Oh, the Kraken lost yesterday. That shouldn't come as a big surprise. Lost to Tampa Bay Lightning, who are red hot right now, so that's okay. They play again tomorrow. I think they're in St. Louis. That is the DMD. It's brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, and that's what's up.
Ryan Castle is up next with the Morning 12 Pack.
The Daily Migs Show.
Ugh, your clothes are too tight, yet you can't lose weight, even though you've tried so many diets. The reason you're having trouble losing weight could be a liver clogged with fat, and that is slowing your metabolism. Introducing Omicid, a natural superfood protein shake that uses natural amino acids and bioactive peptides to help unclog your liver and optimize your metabolism so it's easier to lose weight, and it's been scientifically proven to preserve muscle mass. Find out more and see the university studies at omicid.com. That's ALMASED.com.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes, plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. there's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL Limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.